Sports are obviously full of strong people. You can't argue with that. But there are some professional athletes in the world who can definitely give the word strong a whole new meaning. I am talking about people who overcame obstacles and managed to find a success in professional sports despite having a disability. Today, we'll take a look at 10 such people. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video and check out our number one pick, because that kid might just put you to shame with his impressive karate skills. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for y'all that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works. Ibrahim Hamato. Meet Ibrahim Hamato, an Egyptian para-table tennis champion. He is the man with the heart of a lion and incredibly strong willpower. He fought every odd, overcame every obstacle, and ultimately became not just a table tennis sensation, but also an inspiration to the world. At just 10 years of age, a horrifying train accident cost Ibrahim both his arms. The adjustment back to daily life wasn't easy by any means, but the accident didn't stop him from becoming an international sports star. Ibrahim's journey highlights his motto in life, that nothing is impossible. Just 3 years after the accident, Ibrahim started playing ping pong. At first, he tried holding the racket under his arm, but it didn't work out. After trying different options, Ibrahim found himself playing with his mouth. In 2011, the ITTF invited him to the World Team Table Tennis Championship in Tokyo to play with the best of the best, including Hyun Mitsani, Wang Hao, Vladimir Samsonov, Ma Lang, and others. Jen Bricker.
I think walking by faith and not by sight has really helped me get through my entire life.
What would you do if you found out that your childhood idol is actually related to you? Crazy, right? Now imagine it being your sister. Sounds weird, I know. Now, you probably think these things only happen in movies, but this is where you are wrong, because that's exactly what happened to Jennifer Bricker, an American acrobat and aerialist. You see, Jennifer was born without legs due to a non-hereditary birth defect. She was given up for adoption at birth and grew up not knowing anything about her biological family. She only knew that her ethnicity was Romanian. Despite her disability, Jennifer excelled at gymnastics from a very young age, and her childhood idol was a Romanian gymnast named Dominique Mosinot. Later in life, Jennifer made a life-changing discovery when she found out that her biological last name was Mosinot, which meant that her childhood idol was, in fact, her sister. When they finally met each other, they discovered that the similarity didn't end with gymnastics. They look alike, sound alike, and their mannerisms are the same. Despite being born with what some might see as a disability, Jen has spent her life showing that nothing is impossible with the right mindset. Anthony Robles.
I've always believed that anything's possible, that there's no such thing as a handicap. You just gotta figure out how to do things.
Born without a leg for unknown reasons, Anthony Robles didn't make any excuses. Shunning his prosthetic leg at age 3, Robles didn't want to just be normal. He wanted to be better. Against the odds, he started wrestling in 8th grade, despite being 10 pounds underweight for his weight class. However, due to his crutches, he had an impressive grip strength that gave him an edge. Unlike a person with 2 legs, Anthony had a different center of gravity, which allowed him to fend off aggressive wrestling moves in a completely different way. Anthony never stopped believing that he was destined for greatness. That attitude helped him to become a 3-time All-American wrestler, National Wrestling Champion, Hall of Famer, and Pacific Conference Champion. Jing Tao. Jing Tao is a Chinese paraswimmer and 2-time Paralympic champion. Known as the armless swimmer, Jing competed in his first Paralympic Games at the 2012 London Paralympics. where he won the gold medal in a close race in the 100-meter backstroke S6 final. 4 years later, at the 2016 Summer Paralympic in Rio de Janeiro, Jing won the gold medal despite suffering a lower back injury. On top of winning the gold medal, Jing also set a world record of 1 minute 10.84 seconds. Jim Abbott.
I was born missing my right hand, and honestly, I never wanted to make a big deal about that.
Jim Abbott's inspirational story will definitely challenge your thoughts about what you think is possible in life. He is a former Major League Baseball pitcher who achieved success at the Major League level despite having been born with his right hand missing. From 1989 to 1999, Abbott played for the Los Angeles Angels, New York Yankees, Chicago White Sox, and Milwaukee Brewers. He never wanted to make a big deal about his condition and didn't want to be labeled as the one-handed pitcher. Helping others was a top priority for Abbott, who made at least one scheduled meeting with a disabled child during every road series of his career. Wow, respect. Martina Carioni.
Lane 5, Martina Carioni, reigning Paralympic champion, world champion, Doha and Lyon, and also the world champion in the long jump.
Martina Carioni is a 30-year-old Paralympic athlete from Italy who had to undergo high femoral amputation on her left leg after a motorcycle accident back in 2007. But that didn't stop her from winning medals for her country. Carioni competed at both 2012 and 2016 Paralympics. In this clip, you can see the Italian winning a gold medal in the 100-meter sprint at the 2012 Paralympics in London. Not only did she win a gold medal, but she also finished the race in 14.65 seconds, making her the only female athlete to break the 15-second barrier. Wow, impressive. Carioni also won silver in the long jump at the 2016 Paralympics in Rio with an impressive 4.72-meter jump. Tom Dempsey.
During a 10-year professional career, Tom Dempsey was a much-traveled place kicker for 6 different NFL teams.
Tom Dempsey is famous for kicking a 63-yard field goal to give the New Orleans Saints a win over the Detroit Lions in 1970 and fingers on his right hand. So in order to play football, he had to wear a modified shoe with a flattened and enlarged toe surface. Despite having half a foot, a few reporters thought his shoe gave him an advantage. However, it was eventually discovered that his shoe actually made it more difficult for him to kick. Kelly Cartwright.
I never really see myself with a disability. There are things that I can and can't do, but it's everyday life for me.
When Kelly Cartwright was just 15 years old, she was diagnosed with an extremely rare type of cancer called synovial sarcoma. Chemotherapy wasn't an option, so part of Kelly's right leg had to be amputated. Ever since then, Kelly has been wearing a prosthetic leg. But that didn't stop her from becoming a very successful athlete. She represented Australia at the 2012 London Paralympic Games, where she claimed the gold medal and set a world record. And in 2009, Kelly became the first above-knee amputee woman to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Dave Kengan. A 15-year-old Dutch boy named Dave Kengan suffers from heart disease, which resulted in his hands and legs not developing properly. As you can see in the video, young Dave is severely physically disabled. It's safe to say that most of us can't even begin to imagine what it's like for this young boy to live like this. However, Dave's disability didn't stop him from practicing karate, and with his untiring training efforts, he's managed to reach a level many would think impossible. In this video, you can see Dave performing at the JKA World Karate Do Championship in 2014. Which one of these people impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll handpick and feature your comments in the next video. Look out for your comment.